What's going on? My name is Ross. Welcome to my channel. This is what I noticed on my journey, my 5-year-long journey of retention. This is what I noticed happens from days 0 to 30, days 30 to 90, and then 90 on. And I say 90 on because then things are a little bit different after that, right? So from day 0 to day 7, there were differences when I relapsed with sex versus with my hand. The days that I relapsed with my hand, things were immediately bad, right? So my aura was fucked up. I talked about this in a different video. My aura was fucked up. Now, when I relapsed with my girl at the time, I would notice that the first 24 hours, I was cool, I went out, I still had a certain magnetism. But then that next day, after nutting with my girl, presence gone. I felt like a shell of myself. Presence was gone. But that was day 2, and then day 3 came, still a little no presence. Then day 4 and 5 is when I started feeling my energy. I could feel my energy coming back. Then after a week, day 6, 7, then I noticed my T was up there, was rising. Plenty of guys know of that study that says after 7 days of retention, all of a sudden, your T goes up and then it flatlines, right? It goes up and then it goes back down. That's bullshit. It's true, but then there's more to that. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. So that's day 0 to day 7. From that point on, the next week, so from day 7 to day 14, you'll notice, the energy just keeps going on. You're gonna get the typical occurrences in public, more stares, more lustful looks from women. It starts building around then, right? Now, it doesn't really amplify to where it's like, yo, what the hell type of things that go on in public. Those things don't really start happening till week 3. So around day 21. Every time I would nut, whether it was with my hand or with my girl, I noticed that after 3 weeks is when it really started, the weird stuff started happening, right? I go out, I'm at the grocery section, looking at fruits. I'm genuinely looking at fruits. I look up, there's 2 eyes staring at me, like giving you that lustful gaze, right? That would always happen after 3 weeks in. 3 weeks in, okay, cool. So this would go on for, a week or 2, another week or 2 or 3 or 4, right? So the next couple of weeks, it just started being that. Now, once I hit 60 days, 2 months of this, you notice that everything was even more amplified. So if you're going to the bars, if you were going to the club at the time, I was still going out doing that stuff. If you're going out to the clubs, to the bars, you would notice just insane attention. It's insane magnetism. Here's what I noticed. In the beginning of retention, so at that point, I think that's the peak magnetism that you really get around 60 days, 90 days, and even you can say 6 months. Okay, so 6 months and under, you pass that 3-week point, and you're between 3 weeks and 6 months. That's where you start seeing like all the stuff. Okay, it's OD at that point. Here's where it gets crazy. The universe tests you, right? And in the beginning, the universe throws every little thing at you. So girls who you should really not be talking to, whores, whatever you want to call them, throwing themselves at you. The universe sees, it's looking to see, all right, are you gonna fold? Okay, he's gonna fold, he's not serious. Take him a couple steps back. That's how this game works. So a lot of these girls and even other temptations that you attract soon after, they're usually bait, right? They're usually bait. The universe is trying to see what type of time you're on and if you're serious about this practice. The quality of girls that I noticed I would, attract from 3 weeks to 6 months, they were usually lower vibrational girls, right? In a previous video, I mentioned that from 3 weeks to maybe 6 months, you're in a period that I call attainable. So your vibration isn't too far high to where the girls feel like you're out of reach, but you know, it's high enough to where they're intrigued by you, right? They want to give you attention. It wasn't after 6 months that I noticed that things started shifting. So from 6 months to, I could say 9 months, you know, take 9 months to create life. It's really where magic starts happening, that number 9. But after 6 months, I noticed that, you know, your vibration is getting higher, you know, you were really committing to the journey. Now the universe starts dialing back the type of women that that normally would have been attracted to you from, you know, 3 weeks on to 6 months. Now they're still going to be attracted, but they're going to admire from afar. It won't be as direct and bold, right, like it is in the beginning stages. So the universe starts dialing that down, and now you start attracting a whole different type of woman. Now, a higher vibrational female isn't as common as a lower vibrational woman. I shouldn't have to say that. So you're not going to get as many bold, you know, confident women just approaching you and showing you those signals. Like, now it happens. I mean, after years of this shit, it happens. You know, you're magnetizing everyone. Everyone's attracted to you. Now, you know, like I mentioned again in the previous video, they're attracted to you, but they're going to admire from afar. Now, the bold ones tend to be of a higher vibration in terms of what I've noticed. So this was a quick roadmap as to what you can expect on your journey. Now, everyone's experience is not going to be the same. You know, we all have different hormone levels. And again, that matters, you know, that and the other habits you're probably doing, you know, your fitness, you know, you're in shape, because the body does amplify some of the benefits you get. So not everyone's gonna get the same results, but I can for damn sure say that in the beginning, especially the first 4 weeks to 2 months, it's almost foolproof, you know. The first 7 days, T goes up, and then it starts going down. Right, that's what they say. It starts going down after the first 7 days, but it's a gradual creep back up, right, as you keep going. So someone who's been retaining for a year or 2 or 3 for years, they've got the T is there. And you know, a couple of guys have done studies on certain forums, and they've tracked their T levels from when they were nutting versus now. So that's going to be it for this video. I just want to give you guys a quick idea as to what to expect on this journey. If you have any questions or any comments, leave a comment down below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time.